I don't know if this is going to be a good podcast or a bad podcast.
I thought it was going to be a good one, but we were having a little technical difficulties at the top, and you were so annoyed with me.
I wasn't annoyed with you. You were annoyed with my suggestions.
No, I said you're very smart because you figured it out.
No, see, but you said it like an asshole. You said it sarcastically. You're so smart. I'm like...
I was not being sarcastic.
Renee's so great about bringing...
You're just shocked when I actually say something nice. You think I'm being sarcastic.
This is why our relationship works, because Renee brings problems and I bring solutions. We are a team. Renee, 0 solutions, only problems. And I solve problems. But, did I clap? I don't even know if I clapped.
I don't even know if you clapped.
First of all, I got to brag about Aztec Chevrolet. I can't get over how nice those guys are and how much they hustle. And they're bringing us our Sprinter van in the next couple of days, just tip-top, ready to go.
Yeah.
Super, super excited. And we stopped by the shop, and their attention to detail, and I mean, he was like, and we're going to get that little dent out for you. And I'm like, I can't even see the dent.
Yeah.
But they were amazing. So,
and they were just so sweet. And they were so excited for us. And Garrett was so excited. And they were like, and look at this feature, and look at this feature, and it does this. And it was neat.
Really, really cool. So we're Aztec Chevrolet. Thank you so much. And guys, give them a chance.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. If you are within the area, Aztec Chevrolet, give those guys a chance. Old Salt Coffee. We're going to be filming some really cool stuff next week with our friends at Old Salt Coffee, which is, again, veteran-owned company. You're going to drink coffee anyway. Get it from Old Salt Coffee. You're giving me $1 for every bag of coffee that you order with the code Trevino10. Now.
Yes. We took a week off because there was like crazy. We did the New York trip for Picked Cherries, which was so much fun. It was so quick.
Well, that is the very first interview that me and you have ever done together.
I know. It was
and it was in New York City.
It was so exciting for me. I mean, you do them all the time. Steve goes on morning radio, or you do a morning segment on the television show all the time, all across the country.
But what I found so interesting, Rick, is that for morning press, Renae was ready.
For the first time in our entire relationship, late. I was ready to go before you were.
Renae was up and dressed and hair and makeup and everything. Yeah. It is amazing how much respect she has for other humans and not her husband. It is amazing the fact that she's like, I don't want to be late for you.
The ratio of it's the first time, very first time.
But talk about a crazy schedule for me. We did Buffalo, and unfortunately, Buffalo was kind of gloomy. The climate in Buffalo was kind of gloomy, and I don't really want to get into politics.
Yeah.
But it was gloomy, but the shows were fantastic.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun in Buffalo. Dan, my road wife, showed up with Chewy. And then we went to the casino across the street, and I lost my ass off at the casino.
There was no hula doula there.
No hula doula, baby. So lost my butt off. Flew home Sunday. Was it Sunday?
Yeah.
Yes. Flew home Sunday. Went to bed Sunday night. Woke up, took Garrett to school. And then me and you...
We went and had lunch with him at school so that he wouldn't feel like we were gone that long, and like he at least got a little FaceTime with you. And then flew to New York that night. Or afternoon.
Have we talked about New York?
We like teased that we were going, but I think we should... Rick, should we talk about the contest with them?
It'll be over.
Yeah, just not the winner. The winner's going to be announced June 1st, but we don't
tomorrow.
Know it, so
but...
Well,
we flew out there to do a contest, and Renae forgot her wallet, her credit cards, her driver's license.
It's all in my wallet, so I forgot everything that was in my wallet.
So extra security. Renae had to take my credit card with her when she would go shopping.
Which was probably the thing that annoyed you the most. Was I was like, hand over the card.
Well, no, and then my fear is that you're going to lose it because you constantly lose credit cards.
I don't constantly lose credit cards.
You constantly lose your ID. Since we've lived in Texas, you're on ID number 3.
That's true. But part of that is because we moved and I changed addresses.
You have lost 3 IDs. But it was really cool. We were literally in New York for 24 hours.
Yes, the quickest trip ever. And of course, Steve is like, I can't believe you. Steve's like, you want to go see a movie? And I was like, no, I'm in New York City for 24 hours. I don't want to go see a movie with you.
Well, but that's the thing. It's like, man, I was just in Buffalo, away from my family.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I flew home, got 1 sleep in my own bed, to then turn around and go back to the airport with the shitty Austin TSA people, and then back on a plane to, oh, by the way, we didn't even talk about this.
What?
So on the way back, we're about to land in Austin.
Oh, gosh, that feels like so long ago.
I forgot. So we're supposed to land in Austin at midnight.
Yeah.
11:45, we're pulling into Austin. Pilot says, we can't land in Austin.
Just kidding.
Storm's here. We're going to redivert you guys to Houston.
Yeah.
Flew us to Houston. And by the way, like, I get so upset that airlines they do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Like, we're just sitting on this plane on the tarmac forever.
And we don't know what's going to happen. Well, are you then going to give people hotels? Like, people have no clue what's going on except that we're going to Houston. That's it.
And then at one point they're like, yeah, we're just going to see what the storm's going to do. And maybe we'll take you guys to Austin in an hour from now.
Yeah.
By the way.
But you can't get off the plane. Remember, they told us, they were like,
if you get off the plane, you're not leaving with us.
You can't get back on. So sit here for an hour and maybe we're going to fly you back to Austin, or maybe you're just going to stay the night, but we're not telling you for an hour.
And we have kids, and Miss Dora is babysitting the kids, and she's not, she's an amazing grandma, but we don't want her to have to also wake up with the kids. And
but also,
blah, blah,
it's Garrett's end of the year party, and we signed up to volunteer, and he's so excited for us to be up at the school with him. And the plan was that we would be back for that.
Yes. So me thinking fast, finding solutions. I go, hey, rent a car. Let's get in a car. Let's drive home.
Yeah.
We're talking about a 4-hour drive here. We're on
bad weather.
We're on the bus with one other girl
to go to the rental car place.
And I go, so what's your story? And she goes, I got to be in Austin because I'm starting my new job or something. I'm going to try to rent a car.
Yeah.
And I have fast track with budget.
Right.
So you skip the line. I go, we're going to Austin. You want to ride? She was like, oh my God, yeah. So we ended up taking a hitchhiker.
Yeah. Well, because at that point, rental cars, because everyone is getting diverted, rental cars were hard to come by. You and I were on the plane, both trying to snag a car.
Oh, it was insane. And not only that, you walk into the rental car place and there's a line of 100 people trying to get a rental car, which we completely skipped that line. And this girl, Lisa's like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
You're just like, follow us. And
we're like, come on.
Booking it.
Right. So we get in this car and we start driving home. Renae slept on the plane. I did not. I end up driving the 4 hours home. We get home at 5.
Yeah.
We get home at 5 in the morning. I've already been upset, Rick, that Renae forgot her ID because now we almost missed our flight because Renae forgot her ID and Renae was not thinking, maybe we should get to the airport earlier. No, I'll shop. I'll go to Nordstrom Rack. I got an extra hour to shop. And I'm like, oh my God, Renae, we got to go. Barely make our flight. We get to the airport.
You made it with plenty of time because you were like, screw this.
I had already told you.
I'm getting on that plane.
I already had told you. I said, I am going home. One of us has to go home to our kids.
Yeah, one of us needs to get back to
One of us has to get home to our kids. And if you're not going to make it, both of us cannot not make it because we have kids. And, you made a mistake. You made your bed. Sleep in it. So I think to myself, all right, I'm going to drive home. Renae already slept on the plane. Renae can sleep in the car. I'll talk to Lisa, my new friend. Renae can sleep all the way home. That way, when I get home, if I get 2-3 hours of sleep, I'm good.
Yeah.
We get home. It's 5 a.m. I have to wake up with Garrett at 6:20.
Yeah.
So I get home at 5. Got to wake up at 6:20. I finally get in my underwear to go to lay down. And then Renae goes, I left my phone in the rental car. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I left my phone in the rental car. I got to drive back to Austin right now.
This is a brand new phone. And I knew it had to be in the rental car. So I was like, I'm not going to wait for them to open and call.
By the way, when I got out of the rental car, I announced to the car, do we have everything we need, ladies? Make sure. And Renae goes, yes, with attitude, fuck you, yes.
It was like 4:30 in the morning. I was 4 in the morning. I was like half asleep. I was grabbing luggage and my purse, and I don't know. It was bad. It was bad.
So Renae had to drive back to Austin, and I literally did not sleep at all. I just stayed awake and got Garrett to school at 6:30. Renae didn't get back until 8.
Yeah.
In the morning.
But I still had a really great time in New York City. So thank you, Picked Cherries.
And it all always works out. And it doesn't matter if I leave my wallet back home. It's all going to work out for me.
That's not true.
So there's no consequences.
Look, now I have invested in a pop socket with cards on the back. So now when I leave my phone, I also leave my ID and my credit card.
But it was funny because at one point Lisa was like, so what do you guys do? And I go, I'm a comedian. And she's like, oh, I don't really like.
You called her a hitchhiker. She's not a hitchhiker. What did you call her?
Well, she wasn't a hitchhiker, but, and then of course, it's 4 a.m. and she's like, well, I'll just take an Uber. And I'm like, I'm not letting you take an Uber.
Once we got to the airport, yeah.
There's no way I'm going to let you take an Uber. Yeah. You're a girl by yourself at 4 o'clock in the morning. I will take you home. Yeah. So we literally took her to her front doorstep.
Yeah.
But again, it was a cool experience. Me and her chatted it up and talked while you were mimis. Just happy and comfortable.
Oh yeah, because sleeping in a car is super comfortable.
And it was just cool that me and her got to chat and hang out, and she really kept me,
she was sweet. I think she was chatting with you to keep you awake.
And she was so funny. We stopped at the store, and she's like, "Road M&Ms," and she got M&Ms for us. Yeah. Great attitude. And she goes, "What do you do?" I told her I'm a comedian. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of
She's
comedians.
Like, I don't know comedians.
I don't know any comedians.
Yeah.
But I drop her off at her house, and she was, I got to give you money. And I said, no. I said, just buy tickets to my show in Austin. Right. So that's what the Picked Cherries partnership is, that if you downloaded Picked Cherries and enter into the contest, you have a chance to win backstage passes.
It's an all expenses paid trip.
And all over the world. We offered it to anybody in the world.
Yeah.
And of course we have all these Texas fans that are like, well, fuck, man, I live in Texas. Yeah. You don't have to fly me to Austin.
But you still get your tickets. You get your hotel room for you and a friend.
But Picked Cherries, we're so excited to partner with those guys. And somebody did say, man, Steve, this is going to be a really successful platform. And I think it is. And we got to meet Jeff Hoffman.
Yeah, he did the news segment with us.
He did the news segment with us.
He's got quite the resume.
And what a trippy dude, man. Great. I mean, I have noticed that when you meet really successful people, they're always down to earth. They're always happy-go-lucky. Yeah. Right? He's very charming.
Very charming. Great sense of humor. An amazing speaker. In that news segment was just
took over
for him. Yeah.
But for those of you who don't know, Jeff Hoffman created Priceline and gosh, 5 other. He's like a Mark Cuban, basically. Yeah. He's like a Mark Cuban, but really cool to rub elbows with that guy and now be partners with him. Yeah. So that was super exciting. That's why we missed our podcast last week. Yes. Is because we were in New York City so that Renae could shop and be on TV.
Totally worth it. I did find some good finds.
What'd you find?
What did I find? Oh, no. You know what? Nordstrom Rack is really great for swimsuit cover-ups. That's a tip. If you need a cute swimsuit cover-up and you don't want to spend a lot of money, Nordstrom Rack is the place to go.
So there you go, folks. You heard it here first from Captain Evil herself. If you need a bikini cover-up, which Rick might need a huge one. Rick might need a huge cover-up. But that is why we missed our our deal. Then Memorial Weekend we had off, so we decided to go down to Rockport and spend the weekend in Rockport with some of our work friends.
Yes.
Which
it's
was
so chill down there. I love it.
Yeah, you know,
we just like slow down for a minute. I mean, slow for you. You're slow. I feel like it's not a normal person's like slow, but it's slow for you.
Slower.
Yeah.
You know, I still miss work. I still miss home. I still miss my yard. I still miss my chicken coop. I still miss my blower. You know,
the important things. Yes. Yeah.
But I thought we had a really good time. We got to see Abel and Santiago and Camila and
yeah, our godson. I was glad we got to.
And you know, Jake and I have been doing business together for quite some time, and we never get to hang out with him and his wife.
Yeah.
And his kids.
The Fugly limo made an appearance.
Yes, the Fugly limo.
The Fugly limo went to Rockport. I feel like it fits in down there. It's not as fugly in Rockport.
People in Rockport
Texas.
were like, "Damn, damn, y'all got that badass limo. Shit, man, it's camouflage. Damn, that's badass, man."
After the bar, though, I told the bar owner, I was like, she goes, do you guys have a ride? He knows we're walking out because the police were out front. And I was like, yeah, we're all together. We're going in the limo. And she's like, I don't see a limo. Where's the limo? And I'm like, the camo one. And she's like, oh, yeah, it does camouflage.
That is camouflage. But we also got to celebrate Kendall Johnson's birthday and Ginny, and they're kind of a special friends to us. Because during the pandemic, we decided to stay in Rockport.
Yes.
And they were basically the only other couple our age that also decided to stay at their Rockport house.
And they happen to have a son Garrett's age, so it was perfect.
And they have a son Garrett's age, and we would just drink in the pool.
Well, we were kind of navigating pandemic living with a 5-year-old or 6-year-old boy together, you know?
So, I mean, but we spent a lot of time with them. And
Yeah.
we became friends very quickly because we had nothing else to do but to hang out with them and them to hang out with us. And then, of course, once things picked back up, you don't get to hang out as much and you lose a little bit of touch. I mean, I'm not saying that we lost complete touch because, you know, we text each other or we hang out, which, by the way, they own like 18 Airbnbs or something in Rockport. So if you want to rent a place in Rockport, let us know and we'll hook you up with Ginny and we'll get you into one of her houses. But so it was cool that he was happy to have his birthday. And surprise parties are so fucked. Like, it's so funny because I called Kendall up and I'm like, hey, man, we're coming down this weekend. Love to have a drink with you. And he goes, yeah, man, it's my birthday weekend and no plans. He's like, so let's make plans and we'll figure something out. And I go, all right, yeah, man. So then Renae hits me up. She's like, talk to Ginny. Friday night surprise birthday party.
Yeah, I was like, Ginny, text me.
So I had to go radio silent on Kendall. Right? I felt bad. So then when I walk up, Kendall was like, I don't know what the fuck was going on. You said you were going to call me. We were going to make plans. He's like, I thought you stiffed me. Right? And I'm like, no, I had to shut the fuck up because you're having a surprise party.
And then I keep reminding you because I was afraid you were going to forget. It's a surprise party. Don't say anything. It's a surprise party.
So then we went to the Sugar Shack.
Yes.
And let me tell you about the Sugar Shack. The Sugar Shack is one of those bars that the floors are made of plywood and they creak. The bouncer makes you turn in your knife and he frisks you.
They wand you.
They wand you.
Last time I was at the Sugar Shack without you, the bartender's mom came in and started a fight.
But you know, that's my kind of bar. That's my kind of bar. That's the kind of bars that I have. That's where I am most comfortable.
Yeah.
I am most comfortable in a dive bar. Dingy dive bar with flip-flops and T-shirts and the feeling in the air that somebody might get stabbed. That's what I need.
Shut your mouth. That's terrible.
It's terrible, but that's
terrible.
That's what I enjoy. That is my bar. The Sugar Shack. I don't want to be at a fancy bar. I don't want to be at an expensive place.
I was glad we had the nice dinner for Kendall's surprise birthday because I got 2 really good cocktails before we went to the Sugar Shack.
I like when they pour shots in little disposable shot cups.
in the ketchup.
When it's in the ketchup ramekin, that is my kind of bar. If you're ever gonna find me in a bar in your town, look for the shittiest bar in town. That's my town.
There you'll be.
That's my town.
There you'll be.
That's my bar. I love it.
Yeah.
And Timmy loves it.
Oh, of course Timmy loves it.
And that's how Timmy and I met in a shitty bar. But it is now a week later. That's what I love doing the podcast now.
Uh-huh.
And I hate when we miss it because I'm like, man,
There's
much cool
so much
shit happened.
Yeah.
And we don't remember it because, well,
life moves on.
We've done so much since.
Yeah.
But I did manage to take you on a date last night.
Yes.
You were on your phone shopping.
Well, because I had to those last minute Memorial Day weekend sales before they shut it off. I was trying to get in those last couple of hours of online shopping.
Yes, we went to go see the movie Maverick.
It was good.
It's a very good movie.
I just don't know that people who weren't big fans of the first one would care.
Well, visually, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. I mean the afterburners burning through.
It's exciting.
Speakers,
it moves fast. It's not slow.
It moves fast, right? I just look. I am a huge Tom Cruise fan.
Yeah,
huge. I think the guy's a nice guy. I think he does good work. I think he's very passionate about doing good work.
Yes.
The Scientology thing's kind of fucking weird.
Kinda.
But the guy is maybe the last true movie star.
Yeah.
Right? Big movie star. And I'm a huge fan of the first Top Gun. Mm-hmm. However, he is almost 60.
Is he really?
He's almost 60.
Is that right?
Yep, watch. Tom, you think you'd have a producer that could do this, but...
I know, right?
But he puts us on mute.
He's 59 years old. He's almost 60. So, Rick, we were talking about it. I said, hold on. I want to give you my take on it on the podcast. So, the movie is set to be in a real type of situation.
Yes.
Okay. The movie is telling a story that could be real.
Yes.
It's not in Fantasyland. It's not a Marvel movie.
Right. Modern day, present times.
And the fact that, here's this 60-year-old with all these Top Gun young kids. Uh-huh. And they're like, well, wow, in Maverick.
Peak physical condition.
Yeah, peak physical condition in their prime. Well, you're the best again. Wow, Maverick. Yeah. Holy shit.
Your body can handle more than ours physically
We thought we were going to be good, but here's a montage of how you beat all of us every time. Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Okay, there's a difference between 40 and 60.
Is Tom Brady 40?
There's a difference between 45 and 60. And I'm sorry, but I have been in one of those planes and I almost passed out. And they didn't even go as fast as they go when they go on a mission.
The whole thing is the movie is that he goes up to 10 Gs.
Yeah, right? He's doing 10 G forces and he's beating all these kids, and then they can't do the mission. Uh-huh. And then all of a sudden he's like, well, fuck you guys, let me show you how to do it. And not even close.
Yeah, half the time he does it.
Yeah, he's like, you guys did it. I need you guys to do it in 3 minutes. Well, I'm going to do it in 2:15. And then he does it, and then they go, oh, my God. Well, Tom, Maverick, I guess it's you.
Yeah.
You're going to have to run this mission because you're that fucking good.
Yeah.
By the way, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Oops.
No, look.
You know what it is? I'm just over, even me, I'm over seeing Tom Cruise be the same dude over and over and over again. Why can't he be, Les Grossman again? He was so good at that. That was so funny.
Let me ask you this, Rick. You saw the movie. Had Tom Cruise died for that kid, that to me would have been a better movie.
No way.
Really?
Had Tom Cruise, or even if he was, when Hitman comes or Hangman comes and he saves the day, Couldn't that have been Tom?
Well, I think they're setting up for part 3. I think he's going to be the lead with Goose, his son. Spoiler alert.
You think there's a part 3? My brain didn't go there.
Fucking 65-year-old Tom Cruise. It's me again, guys. You're not gonna believe this,
and the
but
rocker going to the plane.
You're not gonna believe this, but I'm the fucking best again. I have been the best for the past 40 fucking years. Like, come on, guy.
Yeah.
Come on. But yes, I mean, it is a movie. It was good.
Everyone did a great job.
Casting was great.
Yeah.
It made me so happy to see young Latinos in the movie without an accent.
A girl and a guy.
Without playing the macho bullshit. They were just people.
Yeah.
Successful people.
She actually had more speaking lines than he did, I think.
Yeah.
The Latina.
But all in all, moves fast, fun to watch. It is definitely a blockbuster.
Yeah.
It is a blockbuster. Go to the movies, get your popcorn, get your root beer, get your M&Ms, and watch, the deal. Which, by the way, you're from Detroit, Rick. Were pickles a thing at the movie theater for you?
No, popcorn. That was the whole eating different types of food is all new to me.
Yeah, in Texas, it was always popcorn, pickle, and a drink. And then you go other places and they don't have pickles.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot.
You don't have a pickle
See?
with your popcorn?
He's never heard of that.
Is that a Texas thing or
It
is
is.
that
I think it's a South Texas thing.
You gotta have a pickle with your popcorn. Sometimes you even put pickle juice on your popcorn.
Well, when it comes to pickles, I only let Renae pick the smallest ones. I don't want her putting big pickles in her mouth. Just little pickles.
No, but it's like legit a thing. Remember Trader Joe's came out with that dill pickle popcorn? Like the dill pickle flavored popcorn?
I'm just telling you, at the movie theater, South Texas, I think, is one of the only places that does pickles. Oh. And we're going to find out. People are going to chime in. They're going to say, well, we don't do pickles at our popcorn, at our movie theater.
It was an original thing. When we lived in California, didn't we do pickles with our popcorn?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
I guess I don't remember.
Nope. Rick's telling you, Detroit, they didn't grow up popcorn and a pickle.
Yeah.
Is Gigi there? Did they do it in Miami?
Well, I lived in Miami for 22 years. I've never heard this before.
In Miami, they do a medianoche, right? Yeah. We do plantains at the movie theater. Yeah. I don't know, Rick. I just that's how I felt. Like really, dude, you're the best again.
Yeah.
And to me, it's one thing. Okay, Maverick, you get to fly the mission, but you're the fucking best guy.
Oh, you know what I did think was really cool though is because we've talked about the Val Kilmer documentary on the podcast before. They brought Val Kilmer back for the movie.
That was great.
Like they incorporated, even though he can't really speak, they incorporated it so that he could be a part of it. And I thought it was really sweet.
Did you know how they did the speech?
No.
They took all his old dialogue and digitally put it in there because he can't talk.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
So that's another thing. Here, the whole movie, they're talking about the 5th generation, and we can't even beat them with the planes that we have.
Yeah.
These pilots in the 5th generation, it's a better machine, but right?
Uh-huh.
Then all of a sudden Tom Cruise is like, well, let me get this old piece of shit and beat these motherfuckers. That's how fucking, you know what? Handicap me and give me a plane from the fucking 80s and 90s, and I will beat these motherfuckers. It is a movie. But all I'm saying is that had Tom Cruise played a more humble, he still could have won. He still could have been the hero. But in every scenario, he's the baddest motherfucker there.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't there have been moments where he's having trouble reading?
Yeah. Let's give him a little more struggle or...
And then we talked about it, and then all of a sudden they go, well, why haven't you, why did you pull the papers for Goose's son? Well, his mom...
We're giving away
the whole movie. I don't give a fuck.
To see it after this.
But they go, by the way, I don't care. You can yell at me all you want. But when he's laying in bed, Rick, and he tells her, he goes, she goes, why did you pull the papers? And he goes, well, his mom asked me to. And she goes, well, why don't you tell him that the mom asked you to, and he's like, why? So he could hate the mom too? God damn it, Tom Cruise, you're a hero again. You're just the best man alive. You're the best pilot at 60. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I think
guy.
it could have been written with a few more character flaws.
Well, where's
some realistic character
maybe
flaws.
he has a hard time reading. He's getting older. He's dealing with age a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And I honestly think that it's a total movie star ego shit. I think that he has been Tom Cruise.
I mean, he's not the screenwriter. He didn't write it.
No, he's very involved
Yeah.
with, and I remember, and I'm not going to name any comedian names, but there is a comedian who is older who refuses to play older.
Yeah.
Like he's even said to his managers and agents, like, no, I don't play that. So, it's an ego thing. And I think that artists who embrace their age and what they look like become the great ones.
Yeah.
You look at this new Elvis.
Oh, I hear what you're saying, but as a performer, that's scary because it's hard to go back.
There's a new Elvis movie coming out, and Tom Hanks looks like shit.
Yeah.
He looks fat. He looks old, but he's playing and embracing this character.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey, who is a heartthrob, man, he loses weight for Dallas Buyers Club and looks like shit. To really dig deep into a role. And I think, again, like you said, Tom Cruise is always the badass.
You know what I heard about Tom Cruise? I heard that he just goes in for the smallest, teeniest, tiny facelift every year, every other year. So, and he's been doing that for years now. So that's why the man looks like he has not aged.
Well, you can tell he's aged.
Yeah. You can tell, but he does not look 60. He's 59
But he also takes care of himself.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure
he gets a little facelift every year, just a teeny
just
tiny
a little
one,
something.
just a little stitch.
I wonder if he does it on the ball sack too, right? Just to keep the ball sack nice and high and tight.
Okay.
But I did enjoy going to the movie while you didn't watch it at all.
That's not true.
Guy,
That's not true.
Rick, I get embarrassed, dude. Her face is lit up with her phone on, movies going on, and I'm just like, I'm afraid of her, right? I'm not gonna say anything. But I'm like, and very sweetly.
It wasn't the whole time, just the first 10 minutes.
And not only this, Rick, 8-9 people behind us for snacks. Get her popcorn. Several times I'm like, is there anything else you want? No. Is there anything else you want? No. Is there anything else you want? No. We get our stuff. We move to the side. Always move to the side. Get out of people's way while you figure it out. Move over to the side and she goes, I want a pickle.
Well,
so then she cuts the line.
Juice.
Everybody she cuts the line and she's like, can I add we've already paid. We've already gotten out of line. Can I have a pickle?
The woman was still building your box for all your stuff.
And then she just laughs like, ha. And then the people behind her, I look at them and their eyes are rolling back into their brains. And I'm just embarrassed, guy. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Like Renae just, can I, you know what? I also want a pickle. Go ahead and stop the whole line for my pickle.
That's not true.
Yeah. See or no?
That is not true.
Is that not what happened? But it was fun to watch. I enjoyed doing that with you.
I enjoyed my pickle.
I ate a little bit of it. I did eat a little bit of the pickle. But other than that, we are headed to Pittsburgh. We are going to try our adventure.
Pray for us.
In the new Sprinter van.
Pray for us.
Felix called.
1, that we don't break down. 2, that we don't kill each other. 3, that Delilah cooperates and isn't screaming the entire trip.
And Felix just called. We might not even have a Sprinter. It might have blown up. I don't know what. I don't know what happened. He might call me and be like, dude, there's AC doesn't work at all.
Not a good idea, yeah.
We're very excited about going to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has become one of my favorite towns.
Yeah.
We have great friends in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Dan being one of them. Rich and Gigi.
We're going to figure out what we're going to do with the kids while we're there.
Yeah,
what we're going to get into.
Miss Dora's going to come and help us.
Miss Dora's going to be on the road trip too. Oh, you know what? You better brace yourself for the. Mio, be careful. Watch it.
She's going to be in the back. I'm going to put the partition up and that way I'm going to give Mom a little. She's going to bite the leg and make her pass out in the back. And I want her in a coma. I want her in a coma.
You might have have to.
Which, by the way, that's what Mom did to Grandpa Arthur. We had to drive to New York because Madrina Angie would not get on a plane.
Yeah.
And she wanted to be at Jerry's wedding.
This was years ago.
Years ago. So we had to drive. And then Arthur was staying up with me and keeping me company and being my navigator, the whole thing. And all of a sudden, Arthur falls asleep. And I'm like, what's going on with Arthur? And Mom goes, I fucking put melatonin in his tea.
She makes him, it's like an elixir. She's got the sleepy time tea, whatever's in the sleepy time tea. And then she adds melatonin to it.
To knock Arthur out.
Yeah.
She's so bad, dude. She's so bad. So we're very excited about going to Pittsburgh. We have Toledo, Ohio. Again, doing all these markets that I haven't done in forever.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I don't even know if I've done Toledo. I don't even know. I don't even remember. I think I maybe a million years ago.
Yeah.
But I don't. I can't remember. It's been a long time. So very excited about going to Toledo, Jacksonville, Florida, Boston. Saturday's already sold out in Boston.
Yeah.
And I think, Boston people are like me.
Yeah.
I think Boston people are very rough around the edges. I think Boston people are very hardworking. I think Boston people just have that fuck you attitude.
Yeah.
And I always tell people my act is not raunchy, but it is strong language. And I think Bostonians use strong language.
They do.
And it doesn't. Same with Miami, right? Like you go to Miami and you hang out in Miami and every other word is a bad word.
People don't get their feathers ruffled as easily.
Yeah, they don't get their feelings hurt. They don't, they have more of a tough skin, if you will, in places like Boston, Chicago.
Yeah.
Miami, Florida, Texas, Denver. I mean, all these towns where, man, they're tough.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go to Permane Brothers.
I've never had one.
I never got you one.
I don't think so. I've never had one. No.
I'll get you one. It is absolutely crazy delicious.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is meat. First of all, it's a homemade loaf of bread.
Like a roll? Like a Subway sandwich roll?
Like a square
just
loaf
regular
of bread.
square bread.
They cut it. It's about that fat. Whatever meat you want. Cheese, coleslaw, and French fries. Put the bread on top of it. Here's your whole meal.
Wow.
And it is delicious.
Yeah?
It is delicious.
Okay.
And according to the fable, apparently because back in the day, these steel workers didn't have time, right, to have their fries on the side and their coleslaw on the side. They basically said, here, eat all your food at the same time. You got 15 minutes to eat. Here you go.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out, right? And some people, they'll take it apart, right? And they'll put their French fry. I like to cut it in half and I just freaking go at it, right?
Yeah.
And it's delicious. And there's one now, the original one is like by the port, right? By the river. And then they've kind of opened some other ones around town. Coincidentally enough for us, 2 doors down from the Improv, they built one.
Is there something fun on the river to do with the kids?
The casino.
Right.
Yes, there's a casino there, which me and Rich are going to have to go visit. It's a tradition. We're going to go to the casino. But we've been there. I mean, it's just a beautiful town.
Yeah, but I went and it was like blizzard winter.
Yeah, Garrett, and I mean, he is a smart kid, but he goes, I go, we're going to Pittsburgh next week. He goes, oh, awesome. We get to see snow. He thinks
it always snows.
Yeah, Pittsburgh just has snow.
Yeah.
Right. So we're very excited. Again, Aztec Chevrolet, Picked Cherries, download it. It is available on Android, and we're working on making it better for Android.
Yeah.
So don't give up on us. Old Salt Coffee, love them to death. We love you guys to death.
Yes.
Very weird episode. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
I can't go through an episode without telling you that you look beautiful.
Thank you.
And is that a rental? Are we keeping that one? What's going on?
This was a clearance rack purchase.
Very good. Wow, we almost missed our flight in New York.
I laugh now, but at the time it was not funny.
Oh, so very quickly, because we're running out of time, I do want to, it's so funny to me, we put out the clip on TikTok.
Went
viral.
Which one?
The one about the TV.
Which clip are you talking about?
The one about the TV.
Oh, and the remote.
No, and the TV, bring it back inside.
Oh, that one. Okay. You've done a couple of TV bits.
And I find it so very funny that 95%, maybe 99% of the female comments are, why does she even have to tell you to bring it back in?
Do what you're supposed to do.
And I agree with that statement 1,000%.
But for a completely different reason.
Yes, you are not my mother. I don't need you to tell me to bring it back in. I am an adult and a grown-up who's capable of making my own decisions.
So why don't you bring it in?
Whether I want to bring it in or not, or if I want to bring it in tonight or maybe tomorrow. I should be able to make my own decisions. You are not my mother. You don't have to tell me to bring it back in. I'm aware that I took it outside. Now, to address all of the situations, don't get me wrong. Had you were inconvenienced at the end of the night because you wanted to watch TV, and I brought it back in and then you watched TV,
right,
that is perfectly a good time and a good reason to go, hey, I'm back in my room. I would like to watch TV. Can you bring the TV back? However, you did not want to watch TV. You just wanted to be bossy and you wanted it back in.
No, listen, it's like this past weekend. How much time do we have? Are we opening up this can of worms? No, it's just like this past weekend.
Oh, please bring this up. Please bring this shit up.
The trash gets left on the front porch overnight. I don't bug you. I don't tell you take it to the dumpster. We wake up in the next morning and a critter has gotten into our trash and there is trash all over the outdoor rug on the front patio. So see, I should have reminded you, Steve, take it to the dumpster.
And I did. I took it to the dumpster.
The next day after the critters got into it.
And I cleaned it up and took it to the dumpster. So what do you worry? Don't worry about it. You know, I thought you were going to bring up the fact that I did the spaghetti for lunch and it turned into a whole fucking thing. That spaghetti was for dinner. Well, guess what? Now it's for lunch. Well, what are we going to do for dinner? Well, we're going to do the same thing we were going to do for lunch. Figure it out. So, Rick, it cracks me up. And I will tell one more story that I find very interesting.
You said you were going to write a whole joke about it, right?
Yes, I have to write a joke.
About I ordered food for dinner and you made it for lunch.
And then
we ended up eating Whataburger at 10 o'clock at night.
And then the wheels fell the fuck off because of one little difference in her plan. Okay, so with that being said, we'll leave you guys on that golden moment from the Trevinos. We'll see you next week. Very excited to tell you about Pittsburgh. And we're very excited to make our announcement as to who's going to win the Picked Cherries.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Bye.